Hold on.
Wow, I just hit the record button. And uses a kiff coughing away. That sounds like a good omen.
No, it's fine. Okay.
What happened? You all right over there?
I swallowed water wrong.
Oh no, it went down the wrong pipe?
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh, okay.
Don't die on me.
I'm good. I gotta close this depressing tab of what Jonathan Taylor Thomas looks like in 2022 and continue on with the show. Oh. Do we have an intro, or are we just using that?
You know what? Why not?
Alright, cool. Hey everybody. Embarrassingly enough, welcome to Going Off with Rap Critic and Muse. And boy oh boy, we have got
Got a show for you. Boom, boom, boom. If you like to.
Please don't leave. Come back. Sit
No,
down.
it's not just about Christian overtones. Trust me.
We were requested to talk about the Gray album by Danger Mouse. Is this the first thing of note that Danger Mouse was like responsible for?
I think
Did
so.
they set it all
This was
off?
the thing that put him on the map, because I remember it was from this. Then like it bounced off with this and that, like, because it was like, have you heard about this dude who remixed, the modern most respected rapper with the most respected, rock band? You know what I mean? Like,
Black Album, White Album,
Yeah.
It's the Gray Album. I remember listening to this around when it was new and being just amazed, because I honestly never really listened to much mashup stuff before, because it wasn't nearly as commonplace.
yeah.
I sent you a TikTok of DJ Cummerbund, and that dude,
yeah.
that's all he does. His YouTube is nothing but mashups, and he's all over the place, but
Yeah, hearing keys of different songs meshed together in interesting ways, yeah.
what I was mainly interested to see was how this was gonna age.
I remember being a huge thing at the moment where, like, when you're hanging out with your friends and listening to music, like the music dorks, me and my friends were, that album's coming up, like, of course. But, he wasn't like Danger Mouse was never like I'm following his whole career thing. He just showed up so much in things that it was like, oh, yeah, of course, that's that guy, like,
Is this all of the Black Album? Like every song is represented?
I believe so. And I want to ask, is this all of the White Album?
So the White Album is a double LP. I think it's like 18 or 19 songs per. So you're dealing
Whoa.
with almost 40 songs total.
Okay. Yeah, this is the one with the Revolution number 9. Is that the one?
Yeah, Revolution number 9 is sampled on the interlude.
Yeah.
Appropriately enough. But my point is, you've got 40 songs total, and it really is a mixed bag. I've said before that you could probably get one really solid album if you took the best songs from both. It doesn't have to be a double LP. But with that many songs to choose from, some of the song choices here I thought were very questionable, and I wouldn't have gone with them. For example, if we got to go down to Change Clothes,
Oh, Lord.
there is the sample of the song Piggies, which is a very rare instance of the Beatles doing a political satire song where, the piggies are the fat cats, holding us down. But the instrumental of that song is like this, like, very, I don't know what time period. I think back to, like,
It's fucking light, jaunty.
yeah, ding, 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 like a little plinky
1920s or
piano.
something.
I think of, like, Amadeus and, like, big powdered white wigs is what I think of when I hear this song. In the context of the White Album, it's like, yeah, okay, that's not a song I listen to on my own. It's not one I seek out. And following it up, I think the very next song, Allure, samples another song, Rocky Raccoon, which is, again, kind of...
Rocky Raccoon.
Okay, look. I can't give you an entire history. Dr. Goatman has to request us talk about the White Album. We'll get there one day. But there are some songs on here that are very, very solid. I'm gonna shout those out real quick, in my opinion. I think the best song on here is 99 Problems.
Oh, yes. That one does a fantastic job of, like, upping the ante in terms of, like I am a remix head, right? In terms of, like, I love hearing, theme and variation, right? On, like, using that rhythm, and now with this new, like, music underneath it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I dug into shit like G-Sides, and those Gorillaz albums and stuff like that, Yeah, so I'm all about it, you know what I'm saying, personally. But yeah, some of these were a little like wonky. Yeah, like I'm glad you keyed into the change clothes as well. Like I just wrote down like, this mix definitely doesn't fit, especially with the hook with Pharrell coming in. It just felt so like off, like it was just like circus music. Like what in the world was happening?
I'll backtrack for a second. My two least, the lowest rated cuts were Change Clothes, Allure. Those were the two lowest, but there were some other ones that were just like kind of middle of the road, like Justify My Thug.
Yeah, I remember at first feeling weird about it, but it was like, because first of all, just just the original song itself, that name, Justify My Thug, just like,
This was another thing, right? I consciously had to be like, okay, I am reviewing the remix and what Danger Mouse did with the material.
Sure.
I am not gonna pay too much attention to the original Jay-Z song because Justify My Thug is fucking obnoxious.
And just in case, someone wants to request that very specific album,
by all means. Black Album, sure. Or any from Jay-Z's catalog, for that matter. But
have we reviewed anything from Jay-Z yet?
We did 444.
Yeah, and did we do the what you call it, Holy Kingdom Magic Grail or whatever?
No, that predates the show, I think.
Oh wow,
that's old. Yeah. I think
that's 2014. Yeah, what?
Well, that's right about when we started. Shit. No, we didn't do that one. The best songs on here are the hits.
Interestingly enough, like the jankiness of it kind of fits better, I would actually say, with how kind of like weirdly sort of like cheap, but on that sort of like, sexy cheap side of the production side. I don't know how to say it, but like with just how the like, the percussion comes in or like the samples would be slowed down in a way that like it's purposely calling attention to it being like a trashily sort of mixed sample. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
oh yeah.
It felt like it was on purpose, right? Like the craggy production fits that dingy Madonna feel, I think, better than even like the way they were trying to flip it. Like, like if you're gonna do it, go full tilt, honestly. Like, so in certain ways, like it recontextualizes, Danger Mouse recontextualizes things that like can enhance them, right? Like, even though it's still not a great song, like I could see a bit of polish if you polish it this way. You could see the appeal of it, the charm of it.
The ones with the more creative editing with the samples got the higher ratings for me. The ones where it's just clearly you took a loop of a song and then you just looped it under. It's like you didn't really do too much with it. Those are the ones that I'm just like, all right, I'm not really feeling this. 99 Problems is the highest rated. Dust Your Shoulders Off, the second, and Encore. So the big hits.
Yeah.
And that's not even taking into consideration the original source material with Jay-Z. It really is how much fun and how unique those remixes sound.
Yeah, there are a couple of times where, like, Jay-Z has, like, a bouncy flow,
Yeah.
And there's a couple of times where, like, you'll hear, like, Danger Mouse doing stuff in the percussion that, like, fills in the time of the bounce of his flow in a fun way that you're like,
yes.
Ooh.
The way the sample starts and stops on Encore, like, that's cool. Like, you're actually, like, kind of like you're pumping on the brakes and you're stopping it and you're letting them go again. Like, that's cool. You're not just letting it play and letting it ride. Like, that's when it gets boring, I think.
I liked December 4th. I liked the acoustic guitar
that was
mix,
good.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I think it really, like, that was one where, like, they really made it, integrated it into really into a newer thing to like fit the beat, and what was happening. Like
That created a really interesting vibe with like just acoustic guitar on that one. That one was cool. I thought Moment of Clarity was a bit busy and distracting, but okay. See, that's the fine line. It's like I want you to sample a whole bunch of songs together and make something new, but it could easily become very messy.
you still gotta let it breathe. Yeah, because especially this verse where he says like, I dumped down for my audience to double my dollars. They criticize me for it, yet they all yell holla. If skills sold, truth be told, I'll probably be lyrically telling quality, truthfully. I want to rhyme like common sense, but identify me. I ain't been rhyming like common. Like when you have something that's that busy and then like doing something that's so like chippy and clippy underneath it, like that can that can mess with it and just make it a sort of jarring experience. Yeah. And I also, I didn't really like Dirt Off Your Shoulders, man.
Really?
Yeah, the guitar clicks and the vocal cuts trying to make it, like, it was trying to be bouncy to match the flow, but it just wasn't giving what it was supposed to give, Like, I don't know. Like, it was one of those things where, like, I see what they're going for, but I didn't think it paid off in how, like, it was too granular in the production. You know what I'm saying? To really match the charge of the energy of the original, which is what you're supposed to be doing as a remix, right? You're supposed to be doing it like, all right, I know you guys know how the original sounds, but what if we flip it like this? One of my favorite Jay-Z remixes, like I was never like, I've always been like a bit of a surface fan of Jay-Z. He's one of the, like, it's no fun to listen to Jay-Z. You know everybody has his album, you know what I mean? Like, and one of my favorite ones when I used to have like music choice, if anyone remembers that, where you could like watch the music videos. One of my favorite remixes of his was the Jay-Z Excuse Me Miss remix. The use Miss, where you want me to do it? Won't you go where you want me to do it? Basically, skip all the singing, let's get right tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like Jay-Z works like awesome. His voice works awesome on like if someone's like really playing with his voice and like doing something fun with it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not very familiar with the Black Album. Like, I never really fucked with Jay-Z back in the day, so I'm not very familiar with how a lot of these songs did go in the original context. So I didn't really have that reference point, which may be why I liked Just the Shoulders Off more than you did. Because I was sitting here going, whoa, this fucking beat is crazy. But maybe, like, it's too jutting up against
letting off of the gas, relative to what was there before.
Yeah, exactly. I thought the album started out kind of slow with Public Service Announcement and What More Can I Say. I thought those were both kind of middle of the road, not really doing too much, kind of keeping it playing it safe. And I thought it ended really messy on my first song. Like, I thought it sounded okay, but I thought the vibe was all over the place. I thought it was very interesting that he even bothered to do the interlude.
It was such a half-finished idea where it was just like, oh, you're using Jay-Z saying something about, like, I can show you devils, and, oh, maybe you're going to do something about, like, maybe playing on the idea of, oh, these are both famous people who, because, they're so big, there's been conspiracies and theories made up about their music, about it being, like, evil or whatever the heck. I thought it was going to do something with that, but then it just kind of, let it just lie there, you know what I mean?
I also think it's very weird to have it as the second to last song. Was this the original track listing in this order, I guess?
Yeah, Interlude is the first track. My first song is...
Interlude is the first track?
Yeah.
What? Why? An interlude from what? You just started. That doesn't make any sense.
The first song is called Interlude.
No fucking way! What? That's so silly. Look at him, fucking taking what we thought we knew and turning it on its head.
Oh, it's just an interlude from what you know prior to this album. But now here is the Jay-Z, and you know that you heard the last album that he put out. So here's the interlude from that portion into what is now totally the final album. Is how
that's right.
That logic is supposed to be going, and we see how that kind of flipped out.
And Public Service Announcement, another interlude, is the 10th song. Okay. And, okay, not all the songs here are represented. Threat isn't here.
Oh, that's right.
Clarity, Public Service, Justify My Thug. Lucifer,
son of a... Yeah.
This doesn't really hold up, honestly. Unfortunately, it's weird to, shit on something that's, so revolutionary.
Yeah, like it was cool for the time, especially when like we didn't come from an era before that of just having remix albums just out there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like going back and listening to like some rock and roll album that like it's like going back and listening to like Billy Haley and the Comets and fucking Rock Around the Clock, and like this song started riots because it was so fucking new and changed everything, and people didn't know what to do about it, and it was fucking nuts, and people just started burning shit. And then you listen to it in 2022, and it's like, the Happy Days theme song? This sucks. This is whack. This is corny.
It's so entombed in a specific historical context at this point, yeah, that our brains aren't associated with, yeah.
Overall, I got a 3.5 for this.
I would give it a 3.5, I would say, yeah.
I think as an oddity, I think it's worth checking out.
Yeah, seeing, his humble beginnings, because it's not like he wasted his talent, you know what I'm saying? Day to Day was definitely that guy.
It paid off. From there, we gotta head over to the main event, folks. We gotta talk about Donda 2 that we listened to 100% legally. When Donda dropped, right, did they make it seem like there was gonna be a Donda 2? Like, hey, stay tuned for Donda 2? Or was this kind of like a surprise? Because honestly, when it comes to Ye, I don't pay attention to him, like, at all. So when I heard that Donda 2 was dropping, I was like, oh, okay, we're doing this again? Like, I had no idea. I hadn't heard any rumblings about it. I was like, oh, okay, whatever you say.
I mean, yeah, people were talking about it. Because I remember seeing the burning poster, for the burning house poster, and I was like, oh, is that going to be the album cover? And is there an album cover?
This is like it basically is the album cover. It's what I use for the thumbnail, so it might as well be the album cover. And fuck it if it ain't. I don't care what it is. I'm not re-editing it.
Oh, what were you even talking about?
I hate to give it away, RC, but my main point here is this is possibly the most unfinished thing we've ever talked about.
Oh my lord. He just came out with it.
He decided.
And all his opulence, and all his $68 billion opulence,
Starting with Life of Pablo, and I guess he is a big George Lucas fan.
Oh.
He decided.
Oh, he's going out swinging.
And you know how they say the Constitution is a living document that can be amended and changed and updated over time. So now, the Life of Pablo that we reviewed when it was brand new is not the Life of Pablo it is today in its current state. And Donda has undergone its own changes, I hear. I haven't double-checked. And it's evolved. So now, I can't help but think that the Donda 2 that we have in front of us is version 1.0.
Vaporware, yeah, that can change. And your memory of it may not be what you thought it once was. He's basically trying to fucking Mandela affect us with his music.
Because even looking on Twitter today, Ye dropped a video for a song called Easy, featuring The Game.
Oh, Lord, no.
And...
is that on the album?
No! It's not! But people are reporting and saying it is!
When I go on the Wikipedia, that's what it says is on the album.
No! Stop! We can't keep doing this!
You
can't keep getting away with it! What I'm looking at is 16 tracks. And even at the time of reviewing it, one of the songs I don't think is even on it anymore. Which is fine, because it's one of my lowest rated cuts, and it doesn't need to be there, but we'll get there. But if is the case... Huh?
Honestly, no addition or subtraction of tracks would make the overall product any better, just to give away how I personally feel about the album.
It's funny, because from what I hear, Keep It Burning was taken off. And if that's the case, now the album art doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah.
So... I don't fucking know, man. This is what we're reviewing, okay? I'm gonna tell you right now. We're reviewing True Love, Broken Road, Get Lost, Too Easy. Oh, there's Too Easy. Is that the Easy?
Too Easy is the generic electro thing, and The Easy is the one with the game, where it's just like, you know, like, yes, if we lost that track, we would not be for want of what I would call, angry divorced dad energy rap that we've got going on. Oh, my Lord.
We got Flowers, Security, We Did It Kid, Pablo, Louis Bags, Happy, Sci-Fi, Selfish, Lord Lift Me Up, Keep It Burning, City of Gods, and First Time in a Long Time. Those are the 16 tracks we're dealing with. If by the time this episode goes up online, if the track listing is different, we cannot be held responsible. That's what we got! That's what we listened to!
Yeah, what was the last track you said?
First Time in a Long Time.
The one with Soulja Boy?
Yes.
Good Lord, I just couldn't believe it. In the year of our Lord 2022, I could not believe that Soulja Boy is on a Kanye West album. Like, what?
He whipped his braids and he hit the microphone enough time with his fucking beads.
How the fuck do you screenshot a text?
And he's whipping, and you hear the click-clack of his beads, and he's screaming. Kanye said my verse was fire, and it's not on the album.
Ye set me up.
Son of bitch. He said, "Oh yeah, man, it's fire." And then someone was asked him, "Hey, where's that Soulja Boy verse?" It was like, "Was it not any good?" And he's like, "Nah, it wasn't that good." What the fuck is it? Yay? Wow, are you lying to me? So now...
And he apologized to Soulja Boy. Of all of the people that he has been shitty to in the last few years, including the American public by fucking running for office, he apologizes to Soulja Boy.
He apologizes to Soulja Boy. Him and Drake are apparently cool, as he says on the album. Man is desperate for friends.
It was so insane. I'm just like, what is happening? Like, who asked for it? Like, specifically because of that saga is why this verse exists. This is the fucking, award show of rap where it's like fucking, and now Soulja Boy wins to win the Kanye featured verse lottery for this album. Where it's like, why it was Soulja Boy? I just don't understand. Like, what was there? I just don't get it.
So
he fucking apologized to. I'm sorry. That it's just the fact of that whiplash of like the experience of having to see people talking about this album and then having it come out and just trying to be like, no, I'm just gonna listen to it, divorced from the context of all that because I just want to, and then just being like, oh, this whole album is just all about the fucking drama of what has occurred in Kanye's life. Oh no,
So, worst tracks. I gotta lead with that first, okay? Absolute worst cut is Sci-Fi, featuring Sean Leon.
Oh my god.
And look, I'm gonna shout out two friends of the podcast real quick. Both Todd in the Shadows and Mike the Snare have both done videos on the Robin Thicke album Paula. The album he recorded 100% as a dedication to his ex-wife to try to get her back. It's creepy, it's cringy, it's manipulative, it's gross. Sean, this fucking Sci-Fi starts with a sample of Kim Kardashian from SNL.
Knowing damn well nobody is trying to hear this.
Fuck off with this. If that wasn't already gross and totally unnecessary, Sean Leon sounds super annoying, auto-tuned to the fucking moon.
Like, it sounds like this man really needs, like, a drum track underneath him. But it's like you have these, like, glorious sounding, just like, acoustic, cellos and violins. And he's, like, saying all of this stuff that does not mix, like, with the tone of what's going on musically behind him. It's just like, what is happening? And yeah, going back to the intro, just the fact that, like, he wrote that. He had her say that. I married the best rapper of all time. Not only is that, he's the richest black man in America. A talented, legit genius that's what gave it away. A talented, legit genius who gave me more incredible gifts. Like, nobody but him wrote that.
Either way, if he didn't write it, someone did, because it's an SNL monologue. This isn't some candid interview.
Right.
This is a scripted thing. There's other horrible moments like that, but that might be the worst one.
Oh my god, and it just reminded me. Remember that again? I just can't help but think about fucking. It's like because it's just interjecting it into the like. Remember that fucking weird ass Tupac hologram of the Kim's dad that he brought to life, where it's like, you're beautiful, honey, but that Kanye sure is talented and awesome and a genius and way more relevant than Drake. Like, you know, I'm a dead ghost, but I can tell Drake's not nearly as relevant or cool or sexy, and also doesn't have as big a penis as Kanye does. You know, like, that shit was fucking jaw-dropping. I was like,
do you remember when Kanye had the hologram of Kim's dad give out Drake's address? I thought that was weird. I was like, how did he even know?
Now we're mixing our news stories.
So yeah, that's the absolute worst. Fucking welcome to the sci-fi. Make a choice. Is it oxygen or Wi-Fi?
I couldn't believe it. This
Dog
like
shit.
so trying to be social commentary, but like it's so like drunk blind with trying to say anything. Like, and let's not forget, we would be fucking remiss if we did not ditch the goddamn. I couldn't believe it when I saw people post about it on Twitter. When you lay down and I gave you to see me, I swear I heard God, the voice of Morgan Freeman. Baby, bye-bye, baby, bye-bye, baby. Over that sweet, serene music in the background, like fucking playing, like I couldn't believe, like my jaw, like the unhinged, my jaw unhinged, and so I was like, huh? Like but it's like he always does this. I don't know why I expected it to be different, but it's just like on this particular, like, you know, he spent time making this sound as sweet as possible just to talk about giving the semen to his ex-wife on the same song. Like, I had to go back. I was like, is this the... Like, there was so much that was happening. Just, like, this song is such a fucking 1-2 punch of a track. Where you're just like, wait, did that all happen in the same match? Whoa, did someone get the fucking license of that fucking truck? Wasn't this supposed to be about the Lord or your mom or something?
No.
Why is this all about
I don't know
Kim
what the
Kardashian?
fuck this is supposed to be about anymore, man. I've fucking lost the plot.
King Vori or someone like that does like a bit of a meditation or something like that. Where it's like, okay, I guess that's okay. If this was on like an actual good album that was an interlude, sure. But that's like honestly the things that I'm like fucking clinging to in terms of any like, you know, consistent quality of like listening to a track. And even then, it's not even like wowing me. It's just like, oh, that's an interesting sort of like idea on its own that would be like on the fucking, you know, Kendrick Lamar unmastered, unrefined, you know, fucking the album you release after the full album, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna show you the unfinished album because it is fucking unfinished. It's fucking vaporware. God damn it, I didn't think the issues of video games would leak into music. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the fucking patch that fucking fixes the bugs of Donda 2. It keeps crashing.
No, yeah, there was a drum track underneath that rapper on that song. Yeah, that was supposed to make sense. Sorry about that.
Going to the second lowest rated cut. Trust me, I'll get to the good ones, because I honestly do think there were a handful of good ones. Get Lost. I like the effect on the chorus. Is that a vocoder? Oh, we're just gonna keep doing that. Oh no. Not anymore. It's way too much.
These fucking what's that fucking show? Who's that guy? The Blabberabba from that Bill Cosby show with the kids.
Oh, fucking Mushmouth?
Yeah, with these fucking mushmouth ass rhymes. Blab doom blab bloom blow. And it's so like, it's one of those things like, look, I listen to Gorillaz. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not shy away from like, oh, maybe kind of abstract lyrics where like maybe you don't kind of know what he's saying. Maybe that's kind of like the mystery of the fun of it. But with this is like, it just so clearly sounds like a first draft of like shit. You know, it's like no wonder he doesn't. He said he's not finished with it. It was like it really doesn't sound finished. Like did he accidentally release like an unfinished project and he can't remember which one is which because he keeps labeling it the same fucking thing, you know, like, but with just like different, like, you know, later, like the final version, then final mix, and then oh shit, I uploaded final mix instead of final mix, like right.
Because like I liked that as an idea, but he drove it into the fucking ground, like,
yeah,
it's way too much.
Yeah, like something else needed to happen.
A beat would be a nice start, like anything else.
I couldn't believe it as it was happening where I was just like, oh, it's really? really? Because like I said, this, oh man, I wanted to bet for this. Because just going back to it, I listened to, again, like, as I always like to, just to make sure I want to tell, like, you know, what did I say about the previous album? Just to make it,
Yeah.
And like, you know, I don't remember it feeling this fucking incomplete. Like,
No. That's why I'm asking, like, how much time was put into this? Like, did we need this right now? Couldn't this wait?
There are like good beats on this, but like it never. I felt like the number I remember writing the most, coincidentally, with the year it being, was a lot of twos as I was going down this fucking track listing. Like I can't remember what fucking was where. I just remember seeing the number 2 a lot when rating these songs. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like everything just felt like right underneath being worth going back to, you know, like it's just like there's not even like the oh but damn you Kanye, that catchy ass hook, you know, like the things that I was thinking about. Oh my god, it was City of Gods, a track that I wasn't even too hot on at first, but when I went back to like rate these tracks and like think about the whole experience, I was like, huh? Wait a minute. Fabio Foreign is actually representing, and Alicia Keys, there's some character to her for like voice, and like, oh, right, why am I enjoying the song so much? Kanye doesn't come into like the last like third of it, you know, like.
City of Gods is my highest rated cut on the whole
Oh my
album.
lord, that song is like a bright flashing lights. You can hear, like, you know, you can see the touchdown with the fireworks going off and the glitter, you know, the confetti cannon going off, you know, with the dope ass fucking production. Yeah.
Production is great. There's cursing on this one randomly. I guess it's okay.
Clearly it was a Fabio song first, so maybe they just forgot, you know?
That's a very good point. It was meant to be on Fabio's album, even to the point where at the end of Ye's verse, he name drops the Fabio album it was going to be on, so that's kind of awkward.
And what was up with that one fucking song where it was like Baby Keem and the Migos?
Wait, hold on! Give me a second.
We're going on.
We're jumping all over the place. I wanted to start at the beginning for a second. That was my first two, was the very first song. And I don't know what it is with rappers thinking, this is a serious song. What do I need to make this even more solemn and serious? I need Triple X Tentacion singing very shittily on it.
Why?
Lil Wayne did it.
Twice!
We did not need it twice. It's way worse on this one. Like, this is leaps and bounds worse.
I almost couldn't tell the fucking difference. Like, straight up and down.
So, I'm sitting through Triple X singing. First fucking thing I hear in this goddamn album. We get a half decent Ye verse after sitting through way too much Triple X singing. And that's my very first point of, oh, this is not a finished album.
Yeah.
That's all we're fucking getting.
Verse.
It still didn't get much better on Broken Road with Don Toliver. Baby, I'm free, like a homeless person on some fucking Mr. Wendell shit.
Yeah, I was like, what? Oh, okay. The first 5 tracks, you know, are filled with me trying to give this shit a chance. You know, like, we're just like,
Yeah.
the homeless person, oh, okay.
This is a very, very short verse.
Like,
Again,
is he trying to be fucking Errol Sweatshirt out this bitch? Like, what is going on?
less is more mentality. Like, that only works if the shit you give us is
It's
good.
like MF Doom, really tight, you know, like complex, yeah. But he's
Yeah,
just like
you're not giving a
meandering
shit.
all over the place. And it's just like, am I just supposed to like it because it's you?
See, okay, look, I have that written down for a couple of these tracks, is that the shit that Kanye says and the bars he spits here, if it was anybody else, no one would give a shit. Because they're nothing. He just says nothing. Fucking, this is sci-fi, welcome to sci. Nobody would give a shit about that if anybody else did it, but because it's Ye, now we gotta act like it's interesting. And I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick. If I was a fan, I'd be so fucking fed up. Like, you are testing us for real. Like, no fucking way. Giving us absolutely nothing.
I just want to go back to track 1. Just the fact that True Love, track called True Love. And on it, when I got to return or scan him like a bucko, wait, no feelings, but no hard feelings, but these feelings is hard though. Wait, Who got those kids and those? What are those? Wait, why they can't wear Yeezys with the cargos? Y'all know Nike don't like me. Y'all take it too far though. At least have him in some mics. He played for Chicago. Like what? What is this? Why are you starting at this?
No.
What is it? I thought at least it was gonna be like, oh, something heartfelt. I remember he did Only One or something like that. That felt like a heartfelt song. Remember a couple of years back, he released that. Like, it wasn't that like great or whatever, but like it would at least had like it got you to feel the emotion. Like just starting off with this goofy, silly fucking dad rap shit. It's fucking dad rap, divorce rap bars, and dad rap comedy. Like it's just, oh my god.
Yeah, it's really messing with the emotion. Like, I don't know what he's going for.
Tunnel to my house like Chapo. Like, cut it out.
No. Look, there's a lot of really uncomfortable
True
shit
love
on here.
shouldn't be complicated. Daddy's not gone.
Anyway, the beat and the instrumental on Too Easy, I thought was really fucking good.
Yeah, I like the nice icy synths, you know what I'm saying? But again, it just meanders.
It's another half-baked idea that, if given a little bit more time, maybe a rewrite, like, that could have been really good, but it's a wasted beat, unfortunately. So it's like, like, the little synth keyboard hits, I thought were fucking chef's kiss, like, perfect. But, yeah, unfortunately, the production usually ends up being the best part of these songs, because most of the features aren't really anything to write home about either.
No, but you see, the sample player thing means that you make the beat. So if you got a problem with it, it's actually your creativity into making my album better. You see, that's what's happening, right? Yeah, that is a fun way to evade criticism.
I like the "Set Me Free" sample throughout "Flowers."
Sure.
I thought that was used pretty well. Again, I thought the production on this one was dope, but the lyrics were super forgettable.
What is it? They know something. Some things don't matter. You excite me. You and time matter. I'll find out. You excite me. And then, of course, he censors himself. So in addition to like the vagueness of what he's talking about, some words are just left out. So there's even less context given. So it's just like, you excite me, you excite me, inside now. Like, I was just like, I just wrote down like, what? Like, what?
Yeah, what the fuck is happening?
And then, why you so scared? Somebody find out I am a flex. Imagine your ex face when he find out. Oh my God. These lyrics. People.
Oh no.
I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
I think the best word to describe this album, if not unfinished, is embarrassing.
Yeah, oh my God, and just on top of the fact that he's just like, oh, you better not tell your ex, it'll be a scandal or whatever the hell, and it's like clearly trying to like, make an allusion to the idea of like, about like Pete Davidson with shit like that, right? Like, it's like, projection, that's what it is. Where it's just like, I'm making this song about, don't tell you, see how I'm just moving out my life and everything's fine, just having flings, and it's just like, it's so like fucking copium, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's got the fucking, like.
Security, I thought, was the first good cut.
Here's the thing. I love the idea of the production of this track, but man, you really gotta turn your goddamn brain off as to what this song is clearly about.
I didn't listen to the interview because I really don't care, but I saw Ye said that he thought that, like, Yeezus and 808 were his best albums. And I really enjoy Yeezus for what it is. And this was 100% Yeezus era, yay.
Sure.
So I was here for it. I thought the idea ran its course really quickly.
Yeah.
But I thought the instrumental was really good.
I enjoyed the energy. I love the fact that, like, early on he kind of like starts like humming along with it when you hear the like sort of thing. Like, I thought that got me into the energy. Again, like, there's moments where I want to like enjoy these songs, but then it's so clearly not finished Like, it just so paints a picture in your head of a guy who's so not over his divorce. Like, it's like, because at first I was just thinking, like, oh, this is just a brag rap track. Oh, you're going to need security, you know, like, yeah, they won't be able to, I ain't getting frisked. I put your security at risk. Yeah, you know, you think he's just talking about, like, oh, yeah, you know, you better keep me away from the, like, you know, or I won't be kept away from the Emmys. You know, I'm going wherever I wish. You know what I'm saying? And I'll cause problems. Oh, never take that family picture off the fridge. Never stand between a man and his kid. You ain't got enough security for that. Oh, no. I don't want to think about this, Kanye.
Then we get Baby Keem and Migos, and they don't make matters any better.
Please, let's move on from this. This is like NWA, worst tracks of NWA level of uncomfortable. You know what I mean? We're just like, what are we doing here, fellas? All I've had was a lettuce sandwich on gluten bread. God damn it. I can't stand it. I gotta go back and watch those crazy fucking things. Ladies and gentlemen, the years before, child law regulations with acting presents.
Oh my God. Look, it is really hard to try to explain to anybody that Little Rascals is, like, funny.
Yeah, you really just have to, like, have
or like it's like, it's hard to sell anybody on it, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I think I had the box set, like the whole DVD box set, because like
we would
I
rent
wanted
them
to
from
see him again.
Blockbuster all the fucking time. Yeah, and we had a purple one and I think a yellow one at home. The golfing one was great. You know, the one where they go all up and down these hills, and the one where they have to play with Norman.
fucking Norman.
That was a star role. Yeah, it's just the dude who's always like lifting up his Greek frock to look at his lines or something.
Norman! Yeah.
Norman.
Yo-ho! Bring on the dancing girls!
Yo, give me a pie. How stupid.
Folks, we're taking a break from Donda. We need to. We're gonna talk
Little
about Little
Rascals
Rascals for a while.
Wait, is that the one with the fidgets trying to rob them?
No, not
Good Lord.
Not the fidgets. Oh
Those
my
ain't
God.
kids, those is fidgets. Hey, Flatfoot. How ridiculous.
Do you want to jump? and he's like, yeah, because he's like acting like a baby.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
like, and he's having her jump so like she'll like drop her jewelry and shit.
Yes, that's what it is, yeah.
I thought you were talking about the one where it was two adults wish they were kids again.
Oh my Lord, I love that one. Oh my God, and she sings that song. Yeah.
Was that
something. How about some tutti frutti, cutie? How about some Sundays? Oh, never on Mondays, but I'll make it special for you.
When you're hot and bothered, here's a little plan. Hurry with your worry to the ice cream man. He starts you with his chinning, grinning like a fool. Funny when you're sunny, how it keeps you cool. Ice cream, I make it, you take it, hey, hey. Hey, sister, yes, mister, have you any vanilla today? Yes, we have no vanilla. How about some tutti frutti, cutie? How about some Sundays? Oh, never on Mondays, but I'll make it special for you.
Migos. We can finally talk about Baby Keem and Migos.
Okay, so this was another one of those songs that I actually, like, the production of it was like, holy shit, immaculate. Fucking, we did it. I don't even mind Baby Keem's verse. Like,
Oh,
at least
God.
it, like,
I was not
fit-
here for Baby Keem.
It at least, like, fit with what is happening. Like, I usually don't typically like him, but it sounds like the, oh yeah, victory, and, like, everything's going great for me, but, I'm still kind of dealing with these meetings, and da-da-da. Like, I don't know. It felt like it worked with the energy. But then one of the Migos comes in, and it's just, no, wait, before that, like, yeah, Kanye has this random mini interlude. Once again, this interlude where he's like, and that guys that beating man's up there, run it down, everything that we planned. None of this shit sounds planned for you, Kanye. What the fuck? Like, why does he sound like he's so perpetually making this up and just like drunken half slurring this goddamn album most of the time? Like, what is going on?
Who says Heaven's Gate when I get home? Color palettes looking Pantone. About to turn into a phantom.
Yeah, that's the Baby Keem lines where it's just like, it sounds weird, but like it sounds like the color of the Pantone. Like, I don't know what that means, but that sounded cool. Like, that was like on some weird Ghostface Killer shit, you know, where it's just like, you know.
I liked the idea of Quavo and Offset like trading off bars. Like, that sounded okay. I didn't give a shit what they were saying though, which sucks. But
oh my.
One thing, though, stood out.
Holy Lord.
Where they say, we're out here trying to get Kim back. What do you think this is going to do? How do you think this is going to help?
I couldn't believe it.
Like, this is a real person who's going to hear this and has complained about you being abusive and being, like, a big source of anxiety and stress. The last thing they want to do is hear how much you're talking about them on a fucking album for everybody to hear. It's gross.
Yeah. Riding presidential with the Rams, helping Ye find Kim in the black double M Benz. It's just like, what? And then just like, for it to be like, just randomly in the middle of such a long ass verse that's just about, in general, nothing. You know, it just feels like, it feels even more like assaulting, you know, where you're just what? Like,
between
why
that
here?
And what you were talking about earlier when you were quoting the, like, he was just complaining about what kind of shoes the kids were allowed to wear. Like, are you being serious right now? Like,
yeah.
I can't tell if you're seriously, like, bearing, because, like, okay, here's the thing. As much of an uncomfortable, embarrassing listen so much of this was, none of it sounded convincing or heartfelt or like I at no point felt bad for Kanye in a, man, I really hope they, no, because I know you're a shitty person. It's like, I don't want things to work out for you, so I'm not rooting for you.
And there's nothing in the music that is getting me to care about your side of things. It's just like, yeah, like, or even like your perspective, like you just sound like a dude. And then, good Lord, when we get to Pablo, what in the shit crazy hell? Oh my God, what the fuck does he say in that song? Let's have some fun. What you been doing?
Why? Why is his voice cracking so much? It
Pablo's
sounds so...
back, guys. What?
Oh, this is Pablo era. Is Pablo back? Cool.
Is this? What in the world? And then when Kanye comes in, it's so like, it's one of those things where he's like, you could be like, wait, was that the verse? What was that?
Yeah. Like, I don't know.
It's like, this sounds like the first draft. Oh yeah, I got to get the flow down, and then I'm going to write some lyrics later. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Nothing.
It's all placeholder.
Yeah. Oh, Louis Bags.
Oh,
what a waste.
You didn't even mention fucking Future wasting our time for the first time on the album.
Oh Lord. Why even? It's just his whole, like, it's background, like, right? He wouldn't even contest to that, right? Like,
Future is 100% wallpaper. Like,
yeah,
it's of no real worth. But then, even on Louis Bags, I fucking hated this one. Like, Harlow is decent on it.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck he's doing here. Like, this is the thing about Ye, right?
I just kept going, huh? With every decision.
Anyone who's featured on this and involved with him at this point, I can't help but question their judgment. Like, what are you doing with him? Why did you agree to this? So it's like, I can't help but judge Jack Harlow and be like, why are you here? Like, even if this is a decent verse, it's like, you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be working with this shitty person. Why?
The only thing I can think of it is like, it's not even working with. It's just like, Kanye wants to be hip with the kids, so I'm mailing you $50K for a verse or something like that. You know, like.
And I mean, it sounds good too. Like, hey, I was on a Ye
exactly sound like
album.
they were hanging out in the studio trading bars. You know.
Oh
like,
yeah, I don't believe that either. I hated that I had to sit through so much Ye shit to even get to Harlow's verse, and it's not really worth sitting around for. We get a decent For Future verse on Happy, even though it's way too fucking long.
No, this shit was just nothing. Just blah, 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 just mud. I was lost in the sauce.
This I thought was one of Ye's worst verses.
If you had to walk through a super mega big fucking muck from Pokemon, that's what listening to this goddamn track was like. Do I look happy? It's like, no, you don't, Kanye. You really don't sound happy or look happy. You seem very fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah, like, what the fuck you want me to say, man?
Yeah.
Like, you don't sound distraught either, is the thing.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, it's one of those things that's like, that, how he says that, like, I could imagine, if this was a cohesive fucking song, I could imagine that line being a cool sort of like, topping out the verse, like, talking about, like, all the issues that he's going through, you know, and then be like, do I fucking look happy, you know what I mean, like.
Do I look like I was left off bad and bougie? What's that?
Yeah, right. No, it could be like, you know, I'm dealing with this, oh, but people are saying just because I got a fucking, you know, nice Gucci bag, but do I fucking look happy? Do I sound happy? You know, like maybe something like that, right? Where it's just like throwing that consumerism back into our faces, be like, no, this really isn't making me happy. But it's like, no, it really does sound like it is because you still got the Gucci bag, so it must not be causing you too much pain.
There's so many good ideas, but none of them get fleshed out. They're all like the start
Meandering
of
and
an
wasting
idea.
your time. Yeah. Like, oh my God, the fucking, when he says that word, like, you go down, put some money in it, when the gun's on it, tinted, squinted, I've been it, you know, in a minute. Like, that was so like I can tell, like, I can hear you just reaching for rhymes. Like, I can hear you just reaching for rhymes, you know, like fucking, remember when we listened to that Freestyle Fellowship dudes? Like, sometimes they would have some, like, really good fucking songs, you know what I mean? But they did that for a whole album, and maybe it's not gonna be perfect, but, like, that doesn't have to be your concept. You can do whatever you want. You can take all the time you have.
We got more annoying singing on Selfish from Triple X.
Barely a verse. Immediately, it ends almost immediately after it begins. With that corny ass, even friends got an E-N-D at the end.
Makes you think, don't it?
Lewinsky, treat me like the president. Oh, like, I remember hearing like the amount, seeing articles about like the amount of times people keep mentioning Monica Lewinsky because you know rappers aren't very creative. You know, a lot of rappers are not very creative. You know, like have to reference the exact same fucking references, and then just to hear it, just so and like you know, just like it was just so jarring hearing it on like 2020 fucking two. Like I'm just not trying to think about the goddamn Clintons at all. Okay, why are you bringing this shit up?
I liked the beat on that one. But, you know, what does that mean at this point?
What the fuck was that line? I spent the church on a Benz.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't.
You're not supposed to say that.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he was getting at that point.
The religious man is not supposed to say that. If the fucking Creflo Dollar, Jesus Christ, that was actually his name, Creflo Dollar came in there and sang, his congregation was just like, oh Lord, the Lord inspired me to tell you that I spent what this whole church is worth on this goddamn, wrist of ice right here. But you're still gonna stay because I believe in the Lord. It's like, no, that's it. You're being too naked about how you actually feel. Like that's too beyond the pale. You can't just say that. Like, you know, these guys at least have a veneer of self-enough awareness to not just say that.
We're clearly done with the religious arc.
Clearly. But the thing is, it still shows up in a way where it's just like, did you not realize that you were done with it? Because you stopped mentioning it, so I just stopped caring. But then it'll bring it up again, and it'll be like, what was the, like, it's almost as if to, like, taunt you for thinking it was gonna be a Christian rap, you know, like.
The fact that a song snuck through with cursing on it is, like, so I don't think anyone cares. He really did just want to brag and flex, just like he did on Donda. Same shit, where he's like, I'm half talking serious on a song, and then I'm right back to talking about how much fucking money, and it's like, but I thought that didn't make you happy, but...
And this is an independent album. This is apparently his first independent album where he can do whatever he wants. He is not beholden. He doesn't have to have any guest verses. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, well, we got to get these people on here because of that. No, he can do whatever he wants. This is all his decision.
Yeah, this was what he wanted to do.
He wanted 2 Future and Soulja Boy verses. He wanted that. He wanted the sound of 2008 on his fucking album. I don't know why.
I wrote down that Soulja Boy sure as hell wasn't going to be saving this piece of shit song. Still, Ye is who I have quoted with the whack bar. My diamond's on Betty, boss up, it's on Jetty. My diamond's on Petty, lightsaber, like the Jetty. Stop. Stop. That's not clever or funny. That's just... Why? Why would you do that? And we skipped Future, by the way, with
Oh, I keep it burning with that, again, unfinished. When I heard that sample, I was like, man, there was a way you could have done this.
It's so lazy, dude. It's just...
I couldn't believe it.
I'm just gonna drop it in here slowed down.
In the middle of just, again, rambling on the Reddit. How to miss you. Living on the in the mouth is issue. Living on the time when your spouse supposed to be with you. With just shit that just sounds
burning down
unformed.
the house. Like, what?
It's just so unformed, but it clearly sounds like it's about Kim. Like, you know.
I'm sure it is. I have so little written down for Lord Lift Me Up. I just thought Voria was obnoxious. When he's not mumbling, he's squeaking his high notes.
I was like, it was okay, but it just barely exists as a song amongst a bunch of other fucking vaporware tracks.
Anything worth a shit on this album, it's moot. Because it's like, well, I'm not gonna listen to the rest of this shit for like the 2 decent cuts.
What would you rate it?
2.5.
Good Lord, I give it a 1.5. You're too generous. Get out of here. And what's funny is that I looked at my review of Donda 1. I think I gave that one a 2. So it's like,
I honestly don't remember what I gave Donda.
I think you gave it a 3. I remember there was one out, like with every album, you have enjoyed it like at least a star, about exactly a star more than me. And it's like,
I know we're gonna get people in the comments defending this. I'm not gonna argue with any of you, but I seriously want you to think about what you're doing. And that's not like a...
Think about the lyrics you're defending.
Yeah, that's not me trying to be a badass. That's not me trying to like, oh, you better think twice before you step to us. No, I'm saying it in the sense of, is this really worth...
the hill to die on.
Yeah, I don't know why this exists.
And why it's called Donda 2? Why is it named after his mom?
No, you're not going to be on my Mama album.
Yeah,
okay?
What? But then Soulja Boy's on it.
Yeah. Oh, man, Kid Cudi, I bet you must feel like dirt. Oh, man, I can't be on Donda 2, but Soulja Boy's on it? Oh, man.
We were supposed to share the track, damn it.
I can't imagine how many rappers are just standing outside with their nose pressed against the glass, looking in, fogging up, and then
I could have been a part of this.
Oh, Soulja Boy, what? No. Oh, come on. No. It ain't happening. So it's like...
it's because I'm just not good enough of a rapper. He says it like, you know, writes his poetry and like stress eats his ice cream, you know, fucking Kid Cudi, you know?
I'm just like, is this for us? The audience? Like, are we, like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, if it's a plea to get Kim back.
It failed.
It fails, yeah. Like, I just don't understand why this exists. And I can't get past that.
It exists purely as a manifestation of, like, just the personification of him whining. That's all it is. Like, no, I was supposed to get everything. I'm a genius.
That does it for this week's episode of Going Off. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. And, Yeah, if you're still listening, thank you very much. We really do appreciate it. If you are listening to us on Spotify, please give us a star rating. If you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, you can give us a review there. Also, we both have all our socials in the description and the link trees, but we got Twitters and YouTubes of our own. We got our own individual Patreons and Ko-fis. But if there's an album that you would like to request, like the first album we reviewed today, the Danger Mouse album, is an album you like or an album you hate and you want to hear our thoughts about it, head on over to our joint Ko-fi, that is ko-fi.com/goinoff. That is GOINOFF. That's where you can request an album to be reviewed on a future show.
If you want to check out my stuff, of course, patreon.com/rapcritic, where you can get exclusive episodes of my movie podcast, as well as check out, my Review a New podcast, where I review movies, or we go through directors. The episodes will be up on Spotify as well. And we go through the filmographies of some of my favorite directors or movie makers, but we also take requests on my Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/rapcritic, where I'll also take stream album requests where, listen to it on my Twitch stream. Oh, yeah, that's twitch.com. It's twitch.tv/rapcritical. You can request movies for me to review, music videos for me to review for my Rap Critic, YouTube show. Like those album stream requests, where we just kind of chill and listen through it, and just have the in real time convo about it. For episodes going forward, I'm going to be having a $5 Patreon tier where you can talk back about what you think of the song that I'm reviewing. Yeah, and so if you it could be like, so, hey, I feel this way about the song, but let's see, what some people on my Patreon feel. And, the best comments, I'll be like, for or against the song, you know what I'm saying? I'll see people make a good case, I'll read it and, bring it up, you know what I'm saying? That's for the $5 tier. Of course, you get to join the Discord and chat with fellow fans as well. We just had a game night a couple of nights ago that was really freaking fun with Jackbox games. Those are really freaking cool. So yeah, get with it, act like you want it. It's a fun time over at the RC Patreon, Discord, and whatnot. And we watch movies and stuff like that. Especially when I am about to review a movie, I'll watch it. For the just to let the people see what I'm doing next. Get the sneak peeks.
For going off, until next time, I'm Muse.
And I'm the Rap Critic. And if you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but I want to hold your hand. I want to hold your hand.
If you're having girl problems, don't release a fucking album about it.
You know what? That's the way to go.
Okay, hold on.
Embarrassing rap album about it.